Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be doing speed makeup reviews. If you guys are new to my channel, I like to do this every month or every 2 months where I round up all of the new makeup releases that I've tried and give you guys my quick, speedy thoughts on them. If you guys are wanting to see more in depth on the products and everything, I do have full reviews on every single one of these products I'm going to be talking about in today's video. Most are on YouTube and the others are on my TikTok, so definitely go over there and follow your girl if you guys want to see some exclusive content and exclusive reviews that I did not do on YouTube. Now, without further ado, let's get into these speed makeup reviews. We're gonna start off with eyeshadow palettes because I feel like that's what people care the most about. Eyeshadow palettes are super fun. So in the past 2 months, I have tried 9 new eyeshadow palettes, and honestly, that seems like a lot, but like it doesn't feel like it's a lot. First couple I'm gonna share my thoughts on are from Beauty Bay. So this palette right here is the Beauty Bay Love Notes palette. This is their Valentine's Day 2022 collection palette. Now this palette, I feel like a lot of people, there was like mixed reviews on it because the swatches that Beauty Bay posted looked pretty ashy, but if you guys have seen my Valentine's Day video where I do a nice cute little look, these shades are not ashy at all in this palette. This palette is not my favorite Beauty Bay palette, let me just say that. It's definitely not my favorite, but it is appropriate for this time of year. Very pastel-like, it's really gorgeous. The formula is still that Beauty Bay formula I truly, truly love. And if this color story speaks to you and you like those lighter tones that are more colorful but still pretty neutral, then you're really gonna love this palette. I can attest the formula is still really, really gorgeous. Now, these other 2 Beauty Bay palettes, let me just tell you, your girl bought these without hesitation. So the first one is the Midnight Palette 42 pan from Beauty Bay. This is inspired by their Book of Magic palette. Of course, I had to get my hands on this. I have a full review. I look on this palette if you guys want to see it, but half of the palette is purple, half the palette is blue. Love this palette. Honestly, like, oh, I think tomorrow I'm gonna do a blue look because every time I look at this palette, I just get so inspired. I didn't think that there were so many different shades of blue and purple. Like if you just covered up this side of the palette, like a whole purple palette, you cover up the top, a whole blue palette. Honestly, truly worth the money. You guys know I feel like the Beauty Bay 42 pans are worth the money because it's $25 for 42 shadows, and you get so many shadows in here, so I love it. This other one is the Earthy Beauty Bay palette. Now, if you are a green tone lover and you love those earthy kind of tones, then you are gonna love this palette right here. So we have really gorgeous greens, some neutral browns. I feel like this one, even though there's greens in here, this is like truly a neutral palette. This palette is inspired by their Wilderness palette. So if you missed out on that, this one right here is here to stay. This palette and the Midnight palette are a part of their permanent line, but I had so much fun playing with these palettes. If you guys want some ideas on like a look on these palettes, then definitely check out the videos I have on it, but I'll try to link it in a card above so you guys can check those out. Next palette, the JUVIA'S Culture palette. Boy, when I tell you this palette, I use this like for like a week straight. I love this. This is finally in Ulta. It's also in store at Ulta as well as like the duochrome shadows. I saw them in my Ulta. Boy, I was so excited about this. This right here is literally everything. There's some really gorgeous duochromes in here. There's greens, there's oranges, there's blues, there's purples. I just feel like this is a really pretty rainbow palette, but it's kind of turned up a notch. I think the duochromes in this palette truly make this palette worth it for me. Every time I wore this palette, I got so many compliments and looks on this palette. I love it. And it's been a while since I've been like head over heels for a JUVIA'S palette, but trust me when I say this one right here, it just really do hit different. Next, the last couple of palettes I tried were from the Glamlight Hershey's collection. So I have all of the palettes here. I really loved these palettes. This one is the Lava Cake palette. The pinks in here are gorgeous. Oh, I love the shades in this one. This one's probably my favorite out of the entire collection. I love this. The Glam Light formula is really amazing. And all of these palettes are $18 each, which I think is such a beautiful price point for what you get. So I highly recommend these. These I had a lot of fun playing with. I still have a lot of fun playing with. Pink one is my favorite, but the blue one is a really cute monochromatic palette as well. So if you love blues, this is what the blue one looks like. It's really, really gorgeous. Like I said, I have review and swatches on all of these palettes for you guys. And then we have a purple one. These two right here, we have the milk chocolate with almonds and then the milk chocolate one. The almonds one is more warm tone and then this one's pretty much more cool tone. So between February and March, I tried 2 new foundations. So the first one is one that I have just been obsessing over. You guys have heard me talk about this so much, and honestly, this one is literally my favorite. Surprisingly, I'm not wearing it today. I wanted to play around with something else. I wanted to use something else today. So today I'm wearing my e.l.f. Camo CC cream. I love it, okay? I truly love this and it's great. It's in my Sephora recommendation. So the sale is going on now. So definitely check this out because I highly recommend it. I am in the shade Dark 2. The wear time on this BBB cream is unbelievable. I have combo skin. Like right now my skin's honestly leaning more dry, but usually it's combo, but this works so well with all skin types. I love it because you don't have to set it. It's like a self-setting foundation. I truly, truly love this. The other foundation I tried was the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. Now this one is like the closest thing to skin. If you like that soft, that lightweight feel on your face, but you still want it to cover dark spots, discoloration, redness, all of that stuff, then this is a really, really great one. I also think this is gonna be more so what I wear in the summertime, because I feel like it's closer to kind of like a moisturizer, but it has more coverage, which I love. It's just lightweight, it's undetectable on the skin. It's just really, really beautiful. And I will say this one is not as dewy as the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. So if you have the NARS Light Reflecting, this one is not as dewy as I've found the NARS one to be. So I did try 2 concealers. So the first one is the KVD Good Apple Concealer. I am in the shade Tan 173. And also in the Makeup Forever, I am in the shade 4N68. I do wish the shade names were a little bit easier to remember because that number is just, who's gonna remember that? But so the Good Apple concealer is really beautiful coverage. It pairs so well with lightweight foundations and it covers, like, one thing about it is every time I go on with a lightweight foundation, I'm always like, okay, what concealer is lightweight enough that it's not gonna look like a drastic difference, where it's not gonna look like I have so much coverage under my eyes and then the rest of my face, there's hardly any coverage. This goes so well with full coverage and light coverage to medium coverage foundations. Now, I hated the Good Apple foundation. I did not like it because it did not do really nicely with my oiliness, okay? But this one right here is so different. If you tried the Good Apple foundation and you did not like it, I think you really should give this concealer a try. The other concealer I tried is the new Benefit Bright On Concealer. Now, this concealer is $24, which is a really good price point, I will say. But this concealer is meant to be a color correcting concealer, which is amazing. I'm wearing it today. I put this concealer on before I put on my e.l.f. CC cream and everything just was smooth. I have a lot of discoloration around my mouth, so I focused this concealer mainly there and it really did cover, and I didn't even have to go in with a regular color corrector. So this is great. I did get a darker kind of shade that kind of matches my skin tone, and the shade I picked up is Hazelnut. NARS came out with the unrated summer bronzer duo. This is $45, and the duo that I picked up is the one that has Dominant the blush. It's a shimmery blush, and then Cyrus the bronzer. So the blush is an existing shade, but the bronzer is a new shade, I believe. Now, honestly, I need this bronzer shade in a single because I love it. It does have a lot more red in it, but it shows up really well. Like today, like I wanted a nice bronzed look. I look like I just came from the beach or something. Like, I love this. I literally have to tread lightly with it because it is extremely pigmented, very pigmented, but I I'm starting to really like NARS bronzers. This bronzer right here is the one I usually use from NARS, and that is the shade Karimba, which is pretty typical. It shows up really well on my skin tone, but I just wish that this was just a tad deeper. I love using this in the crease, like a one and done makeup look, but this one right here has a lot of red in it. I feel like some people might think it's way too much red, but I love it. If you just take your brush and you just kind of do a quick little dab and then like tap to blend, then you're good to go. It's $45, but this is so great for travel. Really beautiful for the summer. Like I said, NARS, I need this bronzer in a single so I can pick it up. So I did try the new Profusion liquid blushes. You guys can get these at Walmart. They're $5. Love these blushes. So I have the shade Paloma, Sangria, and Cosmo. They're really beautiful. They are a matte finish. Highly recommend these, especially for the price. These literally are just like the She Glam blushes. I feel like it's the same packaging, just a different color story of the packaging, design like, but same component. But the formula is great. The doe foot on this also is really amazing. They're super pigmented, so tread very lightly, but really happy that I got these. The other blushes I tried were from ColourPop, and these are the ColourPop Valentine's Day blushes. You guys already know I love these. I've talked about these quite a few on my channel. My favorite shade is Baby Cakes. Now, one thing about this that I don't like is that the packaging is so hard to open. So that is something to keep in mind. I just got my nails done today, so I'm not gonna try to open this, but just know these are worth the price. Made by Mitchell came out with these new all smudge, no budge eyeliner pencils, and I am obsessed. So he has a nice, gorgeous, deep black called Black Track. I love it. It's like a typical black eyeliner, but it's like true black. He also came out with a nude. Now, this is the one that stood out to me the most. Now, this is called In the Nude. Now, I have been on the hunt for a beautiful nude everyday liner to help open up my eyes, and it was so hard to find them because a lot of nudes ended up looking white, and I literally could not find a good nude liner. This is literally the best nude liner I've ever tried. If you guys have seen my Sephora VIB sale video, that is the liner in my waterline. It's this nude shade right here. It just opens up my eyes. The other two shades are browns. This one's like a lighter brown, and this one's like a dark, deep brown. And the deep brown is called Tiger's Eye, and the lighter brown is called Make a Toast. I love these so much. I ended up picking up all four, and I was like, these are great. These are really great. What I love most about these is that you literally can put them on and then smudge it out and it'll set itself, or if you just want to put it on and not smudge it out, it sets itself, and it literally is so hard to come off, but I love that. That's good for me because it won't run. It means it's waterproof and things like that. Made by Mitchell is literally like becoming one of my favorite brands, and I'm buying everything that he comes out with, truly. If you guys saw my haul video, which I don't know what order these videos are coming up, but if you guys saw my haul video, then you know that I bought a lot of his stuff. You guys know I love his blushes. They're my favorite. So before I dive into the lip products, I do want to talk about a couple of products that I tried. I ended up trying it more, and I was like, no, this is not for me. So the Huda Beauty blushes. The pigmentation is buildable, which is really amazing. That's what I look for. It's a product that I just feel like I cannot wear it if I do not set it with a powder of some sort, because on its own it is way too dewy for me. It's too sticky, and my hair, like, I cannot do the sticky blushes. I have to set them. But if you love the dewy kind of look and finish, then you might really love those. I hope to see those honestly in like a matte finish or a matte formula, because I think they're gonna be like the best. They're not my favorite cream blushes by far, but for those of you who love dewy blushes, that is probably more up your alley than it is mine. The Morphe Radiance Concealer. So I returned that back to Ulta because I just feel like shimmer, radiance, glow should not be in a concealer, because that's something we end up typically setting, and I do not like that radiance all over my face because I feel like it just emphasizes texture once you set it. Like, I did not like it at all. I was not a fan. So I ended up returning that back to Ulta. The Patrick Ta Plumping Glosses. Now, I am a person that if it smells a certain kind of way, that it really affects me, and the Patrick Ta Plumping Glosses smelled like cinnamon, and I just could not take it because it wasn't a scent that disappeared once you put it on your lips. So I returned those back to Sephora because I was like, I cannot do it. I've tried. It looked beautiful on the lips, but it just was not for me. So I ended up returning those. But these lip products that I'm gonna share next are definitely for me, and that is the Morphe Lucky Charms Gloss. This smells like the marshmallows. It tastes like the marshmallows. It has a really gorgeous golden, you know, hint to it. It's kind of like a duochrome. It kind of goes from green to golden. I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. These two Jaclyn Hill liquid lipsticks from her new like Loud collection. It's like the neon collection. I'm wearing both of these on my lips today. Who would have thought I would have wore orange lipstick? Not me, but I love these so much, especially for that gorgeous like ombre kind of effect. But I have like two other shades I bought. I bought like two pinks, the orange, and like the purple. I seriously love those. And then of course the Fenty lipsticks. These really surprised me. I love it. It smells just like the Gloss Bomb, which I truly, truly love. The shade that I have is Major Magnet. Really gorgeous. Lastly, because my camera is about to die on me, I tried the new TREEHUT scrubs. These are amazing. The pineapple one and the strawberry one are so good. These are easily up there as two of my favorites. And if you need recommendations, I definitely do recommend these two right here. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here because your girl camera is about to die. So I'm trying to finish it out. I hope it was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions regarding these products, then definitely leave them down below for me. But this was a speed makeup review, so I did try to speed through these products. Hope it was helpful. Like I said, I have in-depth videos on literally all of these products. If you guys don't see it, it's most likely on my TikTok. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.